Okay, greetings and bouncing salutations. So now this is the Mighty Eagles online tuition. So now under today's presentation, we'll be looking at computer mathematics. Okay, we'll be looking at computer mathematics. So now under these computer mathematics, there's some basic things that you need to understand, or the symbols that you need to understand before you start applying the knowledge in an exam. Okay, so now the best thing that we need to look at is the oval symbol. Okay, this is the oval symbol. Okay, so this is the starting button. So always before you start typing something on the computer, it's always important that the computer needs to be on. Okay, otherwise the things that you'll be typing there won't be valid. Okay, so before you start typing something on the computer face needs to be on, the machine needs to be on. Okay, so this is the oval symbol. Okay, this is the oval symbol. The oval symbol is for beginning or you start. So this is the button. Okay, this is the beginning button or the starting button. Okay, the beginning button or the starting button. So that's the first symbol. This is the oval symbol. The oval symbol. Okay, the second symbol is the parallelogram. Okay, the parallelogram. So now what's the function of the parallelogram? So the function of the parallelogram is only for the entry of the data there. Okay, the parallelogram is only for the entry of data. Okay, let's look at the third one, which is the rectangle. Okay, so this is the rectangle. So the function of the function of the rectangle is only, that's where you put your formula. Okay, that's a box where you put your formula. So the rectangle is only for the formula. The parallelogram is only for the entry of the data there. Okay, let's look at the fourth one, which is the lambda. So the lambda, this is a diamond shape. Okay, it's a diamond shape, as you can see here. So this diamond shape is only for yes or no. Okay, the diamond shape is only for yes or no. Very important there. Okay, let's look at the last one, the oval again. Okay, so the oval here at the bottom here is saying stop or the ending button. So well, let me give you an example of a computer. Just unfortunately that my computer is very much far from me. Okay, I could have shown you the things that I'm talking about. So the way it is, the on button on the computer can also be used as the off button. Okay, the on button on the computer can also be used as the off button. So that's the meaning here. So we're having an oval here, which is the on button, which is the starting button. We're also having an oval here, which is the stopping button. So the on button can be used for start or for shutting down of the computer. So here we don't use shut down, we say stop. Okay, here we don't use the word shut down, we say stop. Okay, so now these are the basic things that you need to understand first before we venture into the questions. Okay, so these are the basic things. This is the oval, which is the starting button. We're also having the parallelogram, which is for the entry of data there. We're also having the rectangle, which is the formula box, like I have put it there, the formula box for easy understanding. Okay, we're also having the numbers here, which is for yes or no, for easy understanding. Okay, we're also having the oval here at the bottom, which is for the stopping button for easy understanding. Okay, so these are some of the basic things that you need to look at. Okay, so you need to understand these symbols. Okay, so computer mathematics is all about the symbol. It has got nothing to do with BODMAS, the brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and also the subtraction. Okay, so this computer mathematics has got nothing to do with those things. Okay, but we just be playing the things like the symbols. Okay, the symbol. So it's very important that you know these symbols and when and how to apply them. Two things: when and how to apply. Okay, so it's very important. So these are the basics. Okay, this is just our foundation to this topic. So now let's try and look at some of the past papers now. Okay, so we'll start with the 2021, which is for the internal. So there is no difference like for the internal and also the external. Okay, just the same. Computer mathematics for the internal guys and also computer mathematics for the external guys, just the same thing. The principle is just the same. These are the principles that will be applied in the external. Also, these are the principles that will be applied under the external. So let's just try and look at some of the past papers now. Okay, so now let's proceed. Okay, so this the past paper that I'm having is the 2021 internal. Okay, so this is a 2021 past paper in internal for the grade 12. Okay, So the first question, the statement is saying we're having the information there in form of a pseudocode. Okay, we're having the information there in form of a pseudocode. So now this information wants us to draw a corresponding flowchart. Okay, so we are now drawing a corresponding flowchart. So flowchart simply means we have my diagrams, right? My diagram. Okay, that's the flowchart. Okay, so now the first thing is saying start. Okay, so this is a 2021 paper 2 mathematics. Okay, so the first thing is saying start. So now which symbol are we going to use? We're going to use the oval symbol. Okay, so I'll say start like this. Let me start it from here. So I'll say start like this. Okay, that's the symbol, the oval symbol for starting button. Okay, so I'll say start. Then what's next? Enter length. So which symbol am I going to use? The parallelogram. Okay, I'll use the parallelogram. Draw my parallelogram there like that. Okay, then saying enter length. You know, say enter length here. Remember what I said, the function of the parallelogram is only for the entry of the data there. Okay, so I'll say enter length in here. Then what's next? If length. So now, under computer mathematics, the moment that you see the word if, the moment that you see the word if, the thing which is going to come there is the lambdas. Always know this. The moment that you see the word if, just think of the lambdas. And the moment that you think of the word of the lambdas, just think of yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. Okay, so here I'll draw the lambdas. Okay, so I'll bring my lambdas like this. My numbers like this. So here we're having if. So this if is going to change to is. Always. This if is going to change to is. So I'll say is what? Length less than 0. Then I'll put a question mark. Okay, like this. It's okay if you don't put a question. It's okay. It's okay. It's not that bad. Okay. Okay, then I'll say if length less than 0, then display the error message. Display the error message. So now this lambda is a decision box telling you what to do, whether it's if or whether it's yes or it's no. Okay, so whenever you just think of the lambdas, just know that the lambdas is always connected to two things: the lambdas itself and also the parallelogram. Okay, so the lambdas is connected to the lambdas itself, and also it's also connected to the parallelogram. So the parallelogram, if you see the word if, just know that the parallelogram is connected to the lambdas. Okay, so here having the word then simply means that the statement is still continuing. Okay, then simply means that the statement is still continuing. Okay, so a good example that I can try and give is I was going to the market then. I was going to the market then. You can put a full stop there. That's English now. Okay, I was going to the market then what? Someone is expecting you to say something again. Okay, meaning the person is expecting you to continue with what you are trying to elaborate to that person. Okay, so then it simply means the statement is still continuing. Okay, so the if length if is going to change to is. Always if you change your if to is. So if is length less than 0, then display error message. So this display error message, we are going to use the parallelogram. Okay, so I'll say connect it from here, then I'll bring down my parallelogram there again, like this. Then I'll put what in. Then it display length must be positive. Then here I'll say length must be positive, like this. Then here I'll say yes. I'll bring down the arrow again. Here I'll say no. So the lambdas is only for yes or no, yes and no. Remember what I said, okay, from the preamble of this presentation, that the function of the lambdas is for yes or no. This is where the yes and no is coming from. Okay, so then always, and also let me try and emphasize more a little bit about the lambdas. So the moment that you think of the lambdas, just think of the moment that you see the lambdas and then the statement is saying then, just think of the way I've done it like this side. Just think of the way I've done it like this. Okay, always your then display, depending on what you've been given. Sometimes they can say display error message, display height, it depends. So you bring it this side on your right hand side. Always Okay, then here we will continue saying LC enter height. Okay, LC enter height, meaning we are entering. So what symbol we're going to use for entry, meaning the parallelogram. Okay, so here I'll bring the parallelogram again like this. What am I going to put it? I'm going to say enter height like this. I've entered my height in there. Okay, else enter height. If height less than 0, again it has come again. If height less than 0, so the numbers again will come. Okay, so due to space, I'll just be drawing. I won't be drawing big things due to space. Okay, so I will say if is going to change to what is always. So is what is height now. Height less than a 0. Put a question mark there. Okay, is height less than 0? Then again display like the way I put it here. Then I'll say I'll bring on this thing here again. Then here I'll bring my my parallelogram. Then what am I going to put? Display error message. Height must be positive. Okay, error message. Then I say error height must be positive. Okay, so here height must be positive like that. Okay, so this is the parallelogram. Positive. Oh, okay, like that. So height must be positive. Okay, LC V is equal to, so this is now the formula. Okay, this is now the formula. Put your formula in the formula box, which is the rectangle. Okay, the formula box for the rectangle. Then I'll say volume. Volume is equal to 1/3. Just copy the formula the way it is there. Don't change anything. Okay, 1/3 star length power 3 star then height like that. Okay, and if display V. Okay, I'll bring the parallelogram again like the way it is. So display volume. Then after displaying the volume, you say stop. So which symbol are we using for stop? The over. Okay, the over. I mean not the over, but the over. Okay, so I'll say stop like this. So this is how you come up with the flowchart. Okay, this is how you come up with the flowchart. So it's very much important that you understand these symbols. Very much important that you understand the symbols. So provided that you can't understand the symbols, then it will be very much difficult, like for you to come up with a good flowchart. So these were the solutions to the 2021 internal paper 2. Okay, so computer mathematics is not very much difficult, but just tricky. The tricky part comes in due to the same symbols. So if you don't really understand the symbols, then it will be very much difficult, like for you to solve the question. So this whole question carried the 5 marks. So 5 marks, like, okay. So this is where we come to. This is where we come to the end of today's presentation. So if you've not liked or yet subscribe to YouTube channel, please do so that YouTube can be trying to alert you whenever we try and upload a new video. So this is the Mighty Eagles online tuitions. Once again, thank you so very much for paying attention to this presentation. Please, if you've got any question, please feel free to ask. The exams are fast approaching. Okay, thank you.